my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste it, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent, and it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots, if I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate, bitch, you can fucking fight me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate this, you can fucking bite me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Monday. You know what that means? It's the start of my work week. Oh, I gotta work tonight, guys. How's everybody doing today? I know we got some people dealing with storms. Actual storms, guys. I know, I know. Not the storms of the YouTube streets, but actual storms. Hopefully your power stays on and you stay safe. You know. Ah, dear you were poo, you were first. Yes, girl, you were first today. Look at you. Look at you go. Hey, Rocco, Jeep girl, I hope you're feeling good. Hakuna, I hope you're healing up there, Jeep girl. Mm. Good morning, y'all. What's everybody been up to this morning? Me personally, I'm just trying to get some coffee in me and get going, I guess. I should probably take a nap, but I slept most of the night. It was out cold, y'all. Out cold. I know I've been listening to and look, I don't know where Charlie Girl is this morning. She probably sleeping. She was up early, but she probably fell back asleep. Hey, Jeep Girl. Hey, how come I don't see him? Oh, Mexican. Good morning. You slid on in here and I missed you. Look at that. Ah, the way the screen is now, they've got this thing at the bottom that kind of takes up more of your comments. So, like, literally, I see 1, 2, 3, 3.5 comments down there at the bottom because they got a post comment thing on there. I need to take that off. I don't want to see that. If I want to post a comment, I know where to go at this point. Now they've just tried to make it easier. They should have made it easier before, y'all. It's ridiculous. Good morning, Eliza. Like I said, I don't know what happened to Charlie girl. She was up early. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't that long ago, but she falls asleep real quick. Doop, she's out. She may be asleep or she busy doing something. I don't know. But I've been, I think most of us have. We've seen the. I'm just gonna say it. We've seen the shit storm just brewing everywhere. It's like, oh my gosh, ooh wee. And you just things that people say, think people. Oh my goodness, it's like, hold up. And then all of a sudden, we got all these specialists out there, y'all. Interesting. Yeah, Delia Whoopoo, yeah, I had a good weekend. I hope everybody else did too. And a good week. I know it's been a minute since come on live. Ooh, Karen Reed is tomorrow. Oh, heck yeah. Hopefully I can catch some of that. But I have been doing some thinking on this whole situation that's been going on with the Susan and all that stuff. And the one thing that comes to my mind is acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean, this is where I think a lot of people get confused on that, is they think that acceptance means that you are okay with the situation that's going on. That you're good with them being in active addiction. And that's not what that means at all. Acceptance means you accept where the person is at in their journey. You accept where you're at in your journey. So that means you accept it and you say, okay. Now, you have to accept it in order to know how you're going to proceed in dealing with it. Right? For me, I've had loved ones and very close friends. I have one friend in particular that every time she would be using, she would not come around me. She wouldn't call me. She wouldn't do anything. She'd just drop off the earth. And it was not because, she didn't want to, but she told me when she sobered up, I know you don't want to be around it because I've always said, don't bring that around me. Don't bring it around my home. I don't want it. I'm not doing it. I love you, but you're going to do that. You're going to have to stay away, And she respected that. And she always did. That's how I'd always know when she was using. Oh, she's using again. Dadgummit, She eventually got clean. She's cleaned up, doing really good now. Her younger years, some people do that, but she's doing really, really well now. So accepting it and coming to terms with what the situation is, where that person is at in their journey, and you knowing yourself what is going on, and you forming your boundaries of what you're going to accept in your life is really important. But it's just, there's so much to unpack with all of it. And it seems like to me, I just kind of get this thing where people are thinking this is cut and dry. And this is just something that is, oh, just, quit drinking, quit using drugs. It's not that easy. And I'm not the addict. I'm just someone who sat back and watched other people go through it. I have sat in AA meetings. Nope. Don't get me lying. I've sat in A meetings with my loved ones. I have gone to Nar-Anon meetings, Al-Anon meetings. I've never gone to an AA meeting though. And you do learn a lot about yourself, because that's what those meetings are for, is for yourself, not for you to sit and learn everything about somebody else and tell them what they're doing right and wrong. Believe it or not. Nar-Anon is a really good place to learn, hey, you know what? You cannot control anything they're doing. You cannot make them put the bottle down. You cannot make them put the needle down, snorting, whatever it is they're doing. pill popping, whatever their drug of choice is. You cannot make them quit. But what you can do is form really good boundaries that you're okay with. And those boundaries look different for each and every person. Because the boundaries for you are different doesn't mean that they're going to be the same for somebody else. So I did. I went and I said, you know what? Let me get my book out. I got my book from my old Narna meetings when I used to go. And, when I started doing Narna, y'all, I actually went to NA with my sister. And I thought, I'm here to support her. And this is, um, needs me in there to go to those meetings and attend them with her, and this, that, and the other. A friend of mine, they became a friend. She grabbed me and she said, hey, 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 this is not the meeting for you. You need to be over here with us. And, I was kind of offended by that. She's like, you don't need, that's not for you. That's for her. You need to be in here. And I was like, well, but she wants me there. Nope, nope, nope. She was very, very hard and firm on that one. And it was one of the best things that she ever did for me. And this was a friend who had lost her son to addiction. And that, we would sit, and every week we went to these meetings. And then we would go to the Village Inn and sit for hours. And when we went to the Village Inn, you could still smoke in there, so we'd have coffee, we'd have dessert, whatever, somebody wanted to eat, whatever. And we'd have a big, huge, long table because it was at that point, there was no difference between Nar-Anon and NA. We all sat together. It was very, very interesting. But I made some really good lifelong friends. And that friend of mine, I became really good friends with her daughter. She's one of my best friends. And my friend has since passed away. He passed away not too long after my mom passed away. But you just you learn a lot in those meetings. Really do learn a lot in those meetings. Oh, wait a second. Y'all going to debt? What? You going to debt? Jeep girl, you're in Destin, Florida? Oh my gosh. Don't even tell me that. Don't even tell me that. Mm-mm-mm. That's where I'd like to be too. It's beautiful there. Oh, the water's so clear. The little fish just swim around you. You see them little fishies? It's nice. I need to go there. Mm-mm-mm. I'm supposed to take a trip out there because my son is out there for a little while longer. Only got a couple months, and he'll be on his way to his next duty station. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Gee, girl, you there? You know what? Let me just forget about work this week. I'm coming down to Florida. I'll meet you there. Let me blow off work. They'll be like, "What happened to you?" Yeah, I had to take a little me time. I had to go to the beach. I don't think that would go over too good, but Mm. Yeah. But anyhow, I was just doing some thinking on that. Just going back to all the things you learn sitting in those meetings. Even though you may not want to hear it. Sometimes it's hard to hear, You're like, oh, you don't want to hear that sometimes your actions are not helping the addict, that they're actually assisting them into continuing their behavior. Those are the kind of things you don't always like to hear. But they need to be heard. People need to go into those meetings, and I do think that they're great for people to go to, if they need it. But going in with an open mind and being able to see what someone is telling you that you may not want to hear. Because I tell you, it's not an easy one to hear when you've fought so hard for someone, which your fight is not theirs, right? Your fight is not theirs. And it is up to them. It's, like my sister, she would get up there and she'd get her year chip, her 5-year one was great. And she'd always say thank you to me. And I would always tell her it wasn't me, it was you who did it. I'm not the one who got you sober, you got yourself sober. And watching them go through it all to get their sobriety and then have someone tell you, umpteen years later that the person is using again. That was something that I did not accept very well. I'll be honest with you. I did not want to hear that. And I was like, nope, nope. I denied it, y'all. I denied it. As long as I went to those meetings, I freaking sat there and denied that shit. And I needed to have more solid proof, right? Like an idiot. Like, oh my gosh, that I just wasn't going to take somebody else's word. Crazy. But, I had to accept the fact that, what, she's fallen off, and again, you had to form your boundaries real quick. Doesn't mean that you don't love them. Whatever your boundaries are for them, it doesn't mean you don't love them. Absolutely do I love her. I love my friends who've struggled with addiction. It just means that I can't have that around me. I have my boundaries that I've set and I have to uphold them. Because the worst thing I could do is to set a boundary and not stick to it. Just sends the message to them it's okay what you're doing, that I agree with it. Inadvertently, that's what I'm letting them know. Hey, why are you barking over here, girl? Come on. Mm. Dang, do you with poo? That's hardcore. Oh my goodness. Yeah, alcohol is, and that's a hard thing with alcohol because it is legal. Unless you live in a dry county, you just go over to the next county to get what you need. You walk into the store, you hand them some money, and you drink it. It's socially acceptable. Socially acceptable until it's not. Until somebody takes it too far. You know. Oh, yeah, you poo. Did she say that? Alcoholics start off. Yeah. Oh, AA isn't for those, are not they, or NA and NAA. They are not for those who are clean. They're not for people who are clean and sober. It can help you maintain, but I've seen people coming in there just really woo wee, um, and that's where they're supposed to be. You got to start somewhere, and for a lot of people, that's where they begin their journey in sobriety. Yeah, I'm sorry, Delia Wupo. That's a hard one. a hard one. You know, my ex-husband was a severe alcoholic. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. I'm still surprised he's still going. Maybe I should check and see, but you know, he had a really heavy drinking problem. Oh, good golly, LTT. Seriously, they let him drink at work? Mm. That's probably, you know, if he was bad, it's probably so that he wouldn't have withdrawals, you know? Yeah, I do you, but sometimes you have to walk away. Yeah, exactly. You have to walk away, and that's okay. Again, doesn't mean that you don't love them. You don't care about the person. You do. It just means that I can't be around you when you're doing this. And I do think for me, the hardest thing is, you know, accepting that fact that you cannot change them. Again, acceptance doesn't mean that you agree with it and that you're okay with it. It just means that you're accepting, hey, I see you, I see where you're at, I see where I'm at in my journey in life. And it's a, you know, it's one of those things when I say you have to be okay with it, it's not meaning I'm good with what you're doing. It just means I'm okay. I accept where you're at. Then it's time to set those boundaries, as hard as they may be. And you know, you've seen people, right? I mean, if anybody's had it around their life, right? You see where an addict comes in and they're like, they need the money and they will rob from anyone. They will steal TVs, DVD play, anything they can go and take to a pawn shop. They will steal money out of your purse. They don't care. There's no feeling bad for it. There's no guilt because the fix that they need outweighs anything else. I've seen it in foster care when we did foster care. I have children in my home because the addiction was stronger. Some of my children, they are my children now because a mother and a father couldn't get their shit together and stop using whatever it was they were using. It won. It took over everything. The addiction was more important than anything else. And that's a hard one to accept because I would look at my babies and I would cry because I thought, how could you not be worth it? And that was my thought. Right? And whether it's right or wrong, that was my thought is how could you not be worth it? You know, I look at my kids and I'd give anything up for them. But I'm not in active addiction either. I'm not in throes of addiction. I personally do not know how having an addiction so powerful would affect me like that. I don't know what I would do. But, you know, and I'm grateful I'm not because Lord knows. I mean, addiction runs in my family so hardcore, y'all. It's bad. Bad. I'm somehow I'm not an alcoholic, which I'm grateful for. I do have my coffee and my cigarettes, y'all. I do. But you know, I'm grateful for that. But I've often said so many times, you know, where life circumstances, or situations, I do get where somebody wants to have a relief from it, and that's their escape. I can see that. Doesn't mean I agree with it. Just means that I can see it. Mm. Six Up, you still in here? Because I know Six Up was talking about doing a live on addiction. And I think that I would love to see that. I cannot speak on addiction being not being an addict. All I can do is speak on my point of view where I have sat and watched it with other people going through it. I've had my brother pass away from addiction. I see how it hurts the family, the loved ones that are close by. You see the damage that it does. And it isn't easy to sit back and watch. But realistically, that's all one can really do. Lots of prayers. Because no matter how much we hope or wish or want for the person to be clean and sober, they have got to want that. They've got to want it more than we do, more than I got to want it. They got to want that for themselves. Yeah, Georgette. Yeah, exactly. Seeing someone learn and grow from their addiction is an amazing thing. Getting there is truly the worst part. Yeah, it's hard to get. I mean, just the fact they're an addict and the things that they do when they're in active addiction, and I mean, the whole process is really difficult. It really is. Um, because, you sit there in these meetings and you learn about addiction and how the whole thing works, whatever. But then the aftermath, once they do get sober, there's still a lot more to learn. It's not just this, oh, they're sober, it's great. It's a big process for it, a long process, challenging. Definitely worth it though. Definitely worth it. I love seeing somebody sober. Absolutely. Um, I don't have to like somebody at all to tell them, you know what, that's an awesome thing you're doing. And to know the struggles, they say it's a daily thing for them, daily, to maintain sobriety is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And those are things, that I wish for people who are in active addiction. Nothing more than sobriety. Oh my goodness. But it's such a hard journey. There's a lot of things for them to unpack. And this is maybe not for everybody. I don't know. Um, I know for, a few of the people I've witnessed go through it, I know there was a lot of things for them to unpack and to work through. And working through those was very hard for them. Very challenging. Yeah, Georgia, it's a forever process. It really is. It's lifelong, lifelong. And then when you see somebody have a hiccup and they get back into it, it's like, oh, great, starts over again. And there you go, hoping and praying that they get straightened out again. They get clean again. And for me, it's always the hope of please, please do not let me get a phone call. I'm tired of getting those phone calls, y'all. You hear those words that you don't want to ever hear. The addiction won out. You know, and with that, I know after my brother passed away, I had a boss of mine tell me, and he didn't even think about it. It was they had found someone in a hotel room had passed away from a drug overdose, and it was big news because there was things attached to it. So it made the news, and he had commented on it, and he had said, "Oh well, that's one less junkie on the street," and I just gasped, and I just looked at him, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry," and I said, "Okay, I get it." To you look at them and see a junkie, right? I look at them and I see a human being who needs help, whatever their struggles are. And for those of us who aren't addicts and aren't in the throes of that and haven't been, I get that it's hard to wrap your head around, but they are loved and cherished by someone. They have parents, they have siblings, they have aunts and uncles and children, you know, and just because they have quote unquote burned a bridge or somebody has set boundaries and said, yeah, stay away, that does not mean that they're not loved. It doesn't mean that they're a piece of trash. It well, it means they need help. They need to reach sobriety for their own good. Oh, there you go, Tat Jack. See? Sober life is amazing and so rewarding. If I wasn't sober today, I wouldn't have my children or my grandchildren in my life. And now to think of a life without them is pretty scary. Exactly. Exactly. And you see that when you're sober. I don't, I know from what people have told me that when they're not sober, they don't see anything. They they see nothing. It's just it's just sad. To me, the whole situation is really, really sad. And I do have a number down there. Is just a national substance abuse hotline. You can call. Those who need to call are the ones who are going through it. Oh, the book. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. My book, Courage to Change. It's one of those ones I got in one of my meetings. It was a Nar-Anon meeting actually, but it's Al-Anon family groups, Hope for Family and Friends of Alcoholics, and they use this across all of the 12-step meetings that they have. And this is just a Courage to Change is just one that deals. It's a daily, not really scripture, but it's just a daily. Every day you can read something. Let's see. Up here it is. And of course, this is all alcoholism because it is based from Al-Anon, and Al-Anon came before Nar-Anon, so they pretty much use the same thing through them. And this one, March 31st. This is the little thing, and it's throughout the year. It has 365 of them. And it starts out with the Serenity Prayer, which anybody who's gone, that the Serenity Prayer is God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. That's a biggie, guys. That's a biggie. Ooh, that's a biggie. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Because in reality, there's not really a whole lot we can change. We can only change our actions, our responses. You cannot change anybody else. That's a hard one. But this one is for today, and it just says Al-Anon is where many of us who have lived with alcoholism begin to grow up for the first time. We learn to face the world as it really is and take responsibility for our actions. We deal with our feelings and share honestly about our experiences. We learn about ourselves and nurture our spiritual growth and our physical and mental well being. We become responsible adults. An important part of the serious business of recovery involves recognizing our need to have fun, to take a trip, fly a kite, attend a concert, make noise, race down the street, or blow bubbles. Lightheartedness can put troublesome situations into perspective. It reminds us that there is more to life than the problem at hand. Taking ourselves too seriously won't solve a problem any quicker. In fact, taking a break may help more than continuing to struggle. Even jello must be left alone in order for it to form as it should. A good laugh may be the best tool available to help us let go, and we'll come back to our task refreshed. And it says today's reminder. A well-developed sense of humor helps detach from personal struggles and triumphs. I will avoid taking myself too seriously today. That's a good little. Hey, CJ, what's up, girl? But it really does say in there, even Jello must be left alone in order to set. It really says that. Yeah, I know it sounds like I put that in there, ad libbed it, but I didn't. It really says it. But that's just one day, and every day it has something different. It's like a daily affirmation kind of thing. Of course, you have the other book with the 12 steps, you know. CJ, you say you're getting better. You getting better, huh? Oh, hey, Roxy. You just heading home from a meeting yourself? Aw. CJ, you want a link? Are you still over there sick, coughing and hacking? I'm glad you. Oh, sorry. I'm glad you went to a meeting, Roxy. That's awesome. Yeah, it has been a tough week. It does, when you see this kind of stuff, you just, for me, my mind starts going. I know. Happy birthday, Pearl. Pearl's birthday's today, y'all. And these things, they do kind of, I don't want to say take you back, but, thank you, Eliza. They make you start thinking about things, and the things that you have gone through, and it's like, ooh, wee, you know. I know our biological mother drank a lot. Yeah, she did some stuff she shouldn't do, and she didn't live the longest either. She had bad liver. Imagine that one. Hey, CJ, what's up?
Hey, beautiful. How you doing?
I'm good.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
And a big happy
Got tell.
birthday to Peril as well. I know she
I
shares her
know.
birthday with you.
I know. Well, you got your birthday tomorrow. You share one
Yep.
with my son.
Yep.
You got two birthdays tomorrow. I had to go. What do you want for dinner tomorrow? Dang. Of
You're all
course, he
getting
said the
old.
same thing I did. I don't know.
So
What are
what's
you
up?
doing? Huh? What's up? Oh,
What's
I was
up?
just thinking about all this crap that's been going on.
Yeah.
It does take you back through a lot of stuff, and you're like, oh. And I know, I think the thing that really set me was hearing Six Up get called a junkie. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck? Are you kidding me? Whatever,
Yeah. It's one
It's
thing
like,
you should never do. You know what I mean? It's belittling enough as it is, but when you're in addiction, don't throw somebody else's addiction about. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Hey, horsewoman, hadn't seen you in a minute. Thank y'all for happy birthdays. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, dear you woo poo. There you go. Thank you.
Hey, Rocco. Hey, beautiful.
Yeah, and that Courage to Change is free. Dear you woo poo told me it was free on Audible.
The Courage to Change is a fantastic series.
Mhm.
It really is.
Hakuna Matata, she come in here. She's preeclampsia is a man's fault. I believe that. I absolutely do, Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
She was making my blood pressure go up. Yeah, well, my son wasn't due until the 29th of April. He was born April 1st. I was like, thanks. Send me to the hospital.
Hakuna, everything's the man's fault. Did you not know?
CJ, I see you've accepted that.
Like,
Good.
it just is what it is.
Mhm.
If it happened, it's the male species' fault. Except Past. I like Past. We'll leave him alone.
Oh yeah, don't mess with him then. Don't mess
Yeah,
with
we'll
that.
leave Past alone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. His birthday's the day after mine. Yeah, yeah. Well, interesting. My birth mom's is the day before mine. Hers is the 30th, or was 30th. Mine's
Oh, there you
31st.
go.
My first. Yeah, so it's interesting.
An interesting little flow there.
Yeah. Like, all right, all right. I still say he didn't have to do that to me, on the birthday, but it's all right. It's okay.
Well, I always say
Hey,
that I did it to my mother because being an April Fool's baby, the joke was most definitely on my mother, not on me.
right? Yeah. Well, ironically enough, we ended up driving to the hospital that night, and it was raining, and this guy had hydroplaned in his car and was stuck on the side of the interstate, and my husband pulls over and gets out to assist him, and the guy gets in the car and he's smoking a cigar, and we don't smoke in the car. And a funny thing, it was a Corvette he was driving. Now that's funny because my husband and I laugh about it because our son loves Corvettes. Loves Corvettes. He always has. When he was 2, he got a little red Corvette, the little
Yeah.
little car thing. So I always make a joke about it. We're like, yeah, of course you'd like a Corvette. The guy, spun out in his Corvette on the way to the hospital. I always thought that was funny.
Oh, gosh. Been trying
Yeah.
so
But,
much done today.
oh yeah.
Just getting caught up.
Oh, I can't say I'm getting caught up. I'm trying to get caught up in my coffee intake.
Well, that too. That too. Definitely not enough coffee in my system today. But yeah, that book
Yeah.
that you were talking about is an absolutely phenomenal book for family members, friends, or partners
Yeah.
of someone who's walking through addiction. There's another amazing one as well, called The Courage to Heal.
Uh-huh.
The Courage to Heal. And it's for trauma of childhood abuse. which can often be a good one because, as we know, addiction's normally linked to some form of something.
Yeah.
So again, the Courage to Heal is an absolutely amazing one out there for anybody who has ever struggled through childhood abuse who wants to tap into that one as well.
Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff out there if you just
There is.
take advantage of it, you know. Oh yes, codependency no more.
That is a
Yep.
good one. I do believe
Yep.
there's somebody just recently just bought that one as well, Roxy. I think that's one that's just been purchased by someone very recently. So that is a good one.
Yeah. You know, like I said, it's a lot to unpack. It's, you know,
It's a lot to live with addiction, but it's a lot to love with someone with addiction as well. So
exactly.
resources are
And
good.
yeah, and it's very different. Very
Very
different.
different.
You know, that's why I said I can't really speak on the addict themselves. I know what people have told me, what I've witnessed. You know, I can only speak on it from my viewpoint.
Yeah.
And you know, so it's kind of like it's different sides, and I do think it's really important for people to see all the sides involved and to
Totally.
understand the struggles that are there. You know, and everyone's struggling with it. Mostly the addict. You know, to me,
Yeah,
that's the hardest struggle right there. You know,
it
is it hard
is.
for everybody else to standing back watching it and wishing so hard that you could take it from them and just, you know, like, let me take the struggle from you so you're not having to do it. But that's just not how it works.
Yeah,
We can't do that. You know, we all have our own path in life that we have to follow and that we have to go through and endure, and it's no one else's. And
100%.
yeah, you know, so the
It,
addict's path in life is theirs, and we have to accept that none of us can change you. Only you can change you, and that's it.
100%. And it's a struggle. It really is a struggle. Addiction puts you into the most self absorbed, selfish place you could ever be. And from a family's perspective or friends, you're trying to break through a brick wall of addiction where you're self-absorbed, you're selfish, you manipulate, you lie, you do anything to get that next hit, that next drink, that anything, you know.
Yeah,
So addiction's really tough. I mean, I find it difficult, even though I've been in the position that I'm now for so many years. I've been clean for a hell of a lot of years now, but I still struggle on a daily basis with that mindset of when I see other people struggling, it reminds me of what I put my loved ones through. And it very much is a rehumbling process where you get that moment all over again of feeling very humble
hmm
of where you once were to where you are now. And change
yeah,
only comes with acceptance of the addiction. And change comes with complete surrender, absolute complete surrender. It's it's the scariest thing. Like I said the other night when I was live, I don't think anybody could ever explain that moment of surrender, true surrender, unless you've felt it or been there, you know.
yeah,
But the guilt that even I feel to this day over what I put my family through. Um, I was an addict before I had children, so I'm thankful for that. But I still caused a hell of a lot of pain on my family because of addiction, who wanted nothing but the best for me. They seen a broken young girl who had been struggling and broken by trauma and wanted me, for want of a better word, healed and fixed. And that doesn't come unless you're pointed in the right direction of proper professional support.
yeah. most definitely.
So I'm a big advocate for if somebody reaches out a hand and offers you support, don't turn your nose up at it, take it, because you'll always regret not taking it, but you'll never regret trying.
Yeah. Well, I think too, another huge thing is not taking any of it personally.
Yeah.
And that's a hard one, you know, because sometimes it feels like a direct attack. It feels like, you know, that it's not. And that's why, you know, like I said the other day, you know, but it's true. You don't love the addict. You don't love the addict. You
No.
absolutely do not. You love the person, but you don't love the addict. The addict doesn't even love themselves. The addict
Yep.
doesn't even know who they are. They're an addict. We don't
That's
know
why
who
most
the addict
people put boundaries up around the addict and help try to maintain healthy ones. But for the addict, they see that as rejection, because they're stuck in that mindset at the moment, and for all addicts, no matter what it is, that becomes a conflict. The more people put up boundaries, the more you think, until you get to that rock bottom enough to say, okay, here, maybe I need to figure out why I've got nobody around me, why
Mm-hmm.
people are putting in healthy boundaries. And like I said, it's not that you don't love the person, you love the person more than anything. I know my family loved me, but they have to put in healthy boundaries back then, because it was the only way to maintain any kind of relationship. Like you said, it's not taking anything the addict side says seriously, because that's coming from a place of addiction and not getting offended or hurt by it, which how my family managed that, I do not know.
Yeah.
But they had to separate the addict me and the non-addict me, which is why my family were always so strict on, we'll catch you when you're clean. When you're clean, hit us up. When you're not, don't bother.
Yeah. And
You
it
know,
is hard putting those boundaries in place and sticking to it. But the more you do it, the easier it becomes. And when I had to put my boundaries up for whatever the reason is, I'm really good at it now. I am. I'm just going to say I'm steadfast in it, and I have my reasons for it. And there are times. There was a moment not too long ago in my life where I had to do that one time, and it was hard because it did involve one of my children. And it wasn't anything, wasn't anything drug related or anything. It was just a boundary that had to be put up. And I had everyone against me on it. And it was really hard. And I told him, I said, nope, I'm digging my heels in on this one. I don't put up with alcoholism in my life. I divorced my ex-husband because of this. I am not putting up with it. And I'm not allowing anyone else to bring someone around me like that. And I did have to say to my husband at one point when he was really upset with me, and I said, I can't believe that you would ask me to do this. And I think that put a little different perspective for him on it. That, I understand that it's not our child who is, but the person involved is.
yeah.
And I had said, no, they're not welcome over here. Not come in my home. I'm not doing it. And there's a lot to that. A lot to that. I'm not going to go into. Y'all can imagine. Okay.
Yep.
The way that goes. And for me to put that boundary up and to really stick to it, it was hard. And it was hard when I had all of my family looking at me like I was this horrible person and that it was my fault. And I'm like, no, I'm not the one who's done this, So I was very grateful that I have been through what I've been through at that moment in my life, because it allowed me to stick to my guns on that and to not cave.
Yeah.
Now they understand it and see it. And I had to hold on to that, going, one day you'll understand this. One day you'll understand what I'm saying and why I have my boundaries that I have. Now, whether they understand fully, I don't know. I know that they have said, we understand why you did what you did. Okay, cool. I don't know, like I said, if you understand the extent of it, but it's all right. And it was a learning process for everybody. And it was really hard to maintain that boundary. I did want to, just kind of cave. And I did have a moment where I was like, you know, maybe I am being, too heavy hitter with this one. And then I thought about it all and I said, no, I'm not. I'm not.
That is,
Because, going back on it, it would have just said that everything that I stood for, everything that I felt about the situation was nothing, that it
yeah.
wasn't important. So,
And I'm glad you
yeah.
did, because from someone who's walked that path, if people had have kept coming back and not maintaining their boundaries when I was in that struggle, I would never have been where I am now. Even though at the time I felt so betrayed and so hurt by my family,
Mhm.
felt so cut off and in that victim mentality of, do you guys not know what I've been through? How dare you leave me now? You know what I've been through. And I was so stuck in that. So stuck in it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't give you a hall pass to then, through addiction, it's a reason why you turn to drugs, but you're making the choice. You know what I'm saying? And it's such a hard place to be when you see everybody around you putting up boundaries and you feel all those feelings of abandonment and rejection, and they're hating on you and why me and all this stuff. But I'm telling you, on the other side of it, I could not be more grateful to every single person that stood up and put a healthy boundary in place. I couldn't be more grateful for everybody who hounded me into that place where I had no place left to hide.
Yeah.
Doing that, it left me at rock bottom with no place left to hide my addiction, no place left to manipulate anyone, or just give me £20. It's for food, I promise. No, you know what I'm saying? There
Mhm.
was no place left to manipulate any of it. And once you're left with nothing left and no place left to hide, you've got to start making choices. You
Yeah.
know, you either sink
Yeah.
or swim at that point.
Yeah. And I know it's hard, like with the setting your boundaries. And like I said, I was the bad guy, right? Like I was the horrible one for doing that. And again, I had to, this is where I was able to be steadfast in it. I was like, you know what? I accept you're not at the point where I'm at. You don't see what I'm seeing. I get that. But I cannot change what I see and my boundaries because you don't see it. You
Yeah,
don't know it. You haven't been through it. It's okay. You know? And again, that doesn't mean that I agree. It just means, you know what? I accept that. I accept that's where you're at with it. It's okay. But by me accepting that's where you're at with it, I can accept that I am right where I'm supposed to be and my boundaries are legit. So to me that was really important to be able to see where everybody else you know wasn't on the same page, hadn't gone through
yeah.
that stuff, you know and it did it helped me solidify that, no, you know what, I'm okay. I'm still good.
Yeah. Charlie girl getting her ass up here.
I don't know, she knows how to find her way. I know she knows how to find her way. But I do, this is a thing too that I think it is really sad when, just from personal experiences, you do see how much turmoil addiction can cause.
Yeah.
You can see in how it strains relationships in families, even. Um, and I think that is one of the saddest things to see is that someone who is in active addiction can create rifts between people.
1,000,000%.
Where
But
I feel like, no, the rift should not be between those who want to help the addict. And I get that people want to help and that everyone's helping looks different, their support looks different. I get that. I totally get it. And I think that to understand that, I think a lot of people go at it with love and good intentions. I don't think anyone's going at it with malice in their heart.
oh,
And I think for us to hold on to that and just go, you know what, I understand what you're doing. I don't agree, but I understand what you're doing. You think you're helping, and in somebody else's opinion, it's not helping. It's doing whatever. But I wish everybody could hold on to that, just knowing that, hey, everybody is coming from this from a good place. It doesn't always mean that it's right. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means everybody is coming from a good place of love and good intentions.
yeah.
Remember that you're on the same side. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
wanting sobriety for someone who has to want it for themselves.
Yeah. That's the thing. Emotions rule when you care about someone who's in addiction. And because you want the best for them, sometimes it does become a struggle because sometimes people just don't know the best way to navigate loving someone in addiction or caring about someone in addiction.
Hmm.
And some loving and caring about someone can look like tough love, and for some it can look like giving them too much love because that could be for so many reasons. It's not out of, like you said, malice. It's simply, it could be multiple things, like they don't want to push them over the edge. What if they say something that turns them to drink? What if holding them accountable pushes them over a ledge? There's all of these things that I think put people off feeling strong around that. And I don't think it ever comes from a place of hate or malice or not wanting to help the person with addiction. I think most people all come from the same place of wanting the best for someone. We just all approach it in different ways, and some are healthy, some are not, and the ones that are not hopefully get healthier.
Well, and here's a hard one though with that one, CJ. It's a hard one, and this is just my opinion where I stand on it. My words and my actions do not make you go out and drink and use.
Oh, totally, I agree with that 100%.
You do that. No one else's actions make that happen. You do. No matter what somebody says to you, it is your choice to go and, that's how you deal with it. Well, that's where they're at with their addiction. They need to get on board and take accountability for that.
But I think that can be a fear that stops people being confronting or holding anyone accountable, because I know for myself, like I said, there was some people around me who found that difficult and would sugarcoat their shit, and it was always, handled in a different way. But because of that, it gave me room to still manipulate, and that's the sad part about it.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody that tried to, for example, help me in the past came from a wrong place. I think they all just came from different places with the same, like you said, the same intention.
Yeah. Hey, Charlie girl, what's up?
Good morning. Happy
Morning.
birthday.
Oh, thank you. Just another day, turning 26.
Adding to that, good morning, everybody. This is another unpopular I just woke up, y'all. Hang on. A lot of times people that I'm sorry. Brain cells are not
up women.
Well, a lot of times people will cater to that person because it makes them feel better. If they think, well, they're going through this, but if I can just, offer this whatever they're asking for, then I don't have to worry about them for at least,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah,
pacify
I get
pictures.
So people do it for themselves so that they don't have to worry.
Yeah.
No.
And like I says, even with that, I still don't think that's necessarily make someone a bad person. Like I said, I
Oh,
think
not at all.
everybody always has the end goal when it comes to loving or caring about someone in addiction, and it's to see them get better and to do better and to be in a healthier place. It's just everybody had to sort of supporting someone to that place is just totally different, you know.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. And I've heard it said, to a mother of an addict, it said, "You will get to that place when you're done." And that's another thing that I know acceptance has really been thrown around a lot, but it is. You have to. You know what? Eventually, you'll get there and set up those boundaries
I'm sorry to
because you
interrupt.
do.
I got to take
What's
a
the matter?
phone call. I'll be back.
Okay, Annie.
Okay.
I don't think there's one person that I've ever spoke to who walked through addiction who can't remember that moment of, like I said, surrender. That moment they choose to say, "Okay, I'm done. I need help."
Hmm.
You know,
Well, and they say
it's
that's the important part. They gotta want it. They gotta want it and get the help for themselves.
I'll always say I don't ever think anybody in addiction is worthless or hopeless because I've been there and I'm on the other side. So I know it can be, there's a way through it. But
Oh yeah, most
it's
definitely.
never hopeless to love on someone who is an addiction. But the biggest thing is always going to be healthy boundaries around that.
Yeah. Yeah, Roxy, that's true. She said, "I just have really wished Susan would keep her journey to herself and the ones close to her. Only it's such a personal journey, and YouTube is going to keep Susan sick, in my opinion. She needs solid, clean time before."
Hey, Tree, love you, women.
Hey, Joy, good morning. Yeah, it definitely. It's a personal journey. I guess however somebody gets to sobriety is how they get to it.
Yep.
But when you take as much on, spend as much time on your sobriety as you do on YouTube, man, everybody would be sober, right?
Yep.
Some people would be like, man,
Well, that's the thing. Mental health and sobriety are so hand in hand linked that anything that negatively impacts your mental health is going to then have a ripple effect on your addiction in a negative way. So it goes hand in hand, you know?
yeah. Yeah, that's why I said there's so much to unpack. Uh, Sometimes it almost seems like getting sober was the easy part. Maintaining it and working through it all is challenging.
It is. It definitely is. And yeah, I agree, Roxy. I mean,
Oh Lord, that's terrible.
in those meetings or anything like that, then yeah, it should be it you know what I mean? Those what happens in those meetings stays in those meetings, that kind of thing. Um the only thing that I will confirm, because like I said, I'll call it out when there's bullshit, but I will say when there's facts. And I know she did attend that meeting. I know for a fact she attended that meeting. So whether she upholds it or keeps going, that's hopefully up to her, and she'll hopefully do what she's got to do. But if not, again, that's on her.
Yeah.
Can't make somebody be ready until they're ready, and if she is ready, brilliant, and if she's not, then the resources are there, but people just have to have boundaries in the meantime. And like I said, I include myself in that, because back in the day, without people having those healthy boundaries, it would never have pushed me to where I am.
Yeah. That's true, Superior Dreams. That's true. But they've got to want to change. It's got to want to be them.
Yep,
And
Tree.
somebody else's sobriety is not for my entertainment. I can tell you that. Their non-sobriety, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can put in the work and do it. Charlie girl, you back?
I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
So what you doing on your birthday?
Sitting here knowing I gotta go to work.
Oh, that should give you the day off.
Yeah, it's just another day. That's okay though, because my boss is making me a homemade chocolate pecan pie.
Oh yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
That does sound good.
Hmm. Yeah, I did. I sent the kids off to school. Said, bye. Go get educated. And they said, happy birthday. And little man came up to me, your little boyfriend. He said, Mom, did they tell you they're going to take you out to dinner tonight? I said, I said, no. He said, oh.
Then you don't know.
Oh my
laughed.
gosh.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, crack me up though.
Ah.
So you've got something to do. Get out and enjoy a nice meal. Get out the house for a bit, honey.
Oh yeah, we barbecued last night.
Did you?
Yeah, they out here and grilled, and kids were running around, doing their thing. And then the neighbor was shooting.
Yeah, I
And
heard that.
my grandson got all upset.
No.
I was like, oh no, because it was loud, it was loud boom. But
Mm-hmm.
oh, yeah, not much really. Just chilling out, It's just 26 is a big one, It's just another day, just another day.
Mhm.
And then I got to prep for my son's birthday tomorrow. So like,
Yep.
okay.
Mhm.
Getting older, y'all. The kids get older too.
I know.
Did you want to have him on your birthday?
No, he wasn't supposed to be born. He was actually due on my brother's birthday.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. It
I
was
was
the
born on
29th.
my mom's birthday,
Yeah.
and my
Uh,
brother was born on my dad's birthday.
I went into preterm labour with my youngest on my birthday, and we thought she was going to be born, but they gave her the lung injections and managed to hold off my labour for another 2 weeks.
Mm.
oh,
So we thought she was going to be born on her birthday.
mm.
I'm glad she wasn't, though. I would never want her to have the same birthday as me, poor child.
I always hated it that I had to share it with my mom, but now that she's gone, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Well, with that too, you're not gonna forget a birthday.
Exactly.
you know, like, oh yeah, your birthday's today too.
We always used to do this thing where we would always try to be the first to tell the other one happy birthday.
hmm
We got creative with that.
Shooting target practice. Yes, gingerbread. We live out. We actually have a gun range in the back of our property. So, yeah, we do.
So your neighbor uses it too?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool.
He also has his property too. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, thank you, Superior Dreams.
Shooting where you're from means get inside and hope you didn't see anything before that. Yeah, I get that. I get that. But out here, it's a thing. Like you do want to stay up on your target practicing because of the animals that we have out here. But you know,
Yeah. Yeah, she's got a whole ass gun range. Literally.
mm,
Whole gun range.
yeah. Sometimes there's some wild animals that are not too friendly. So you know, you got to do what you got to do to stay safe. You know.
Yep.
Oh, you started. You tried everything on your birthday. Oh, Roxy, man, I wasn't trying to go into labor on my birthday. I had another 4 weeks, but nope.
Yeah. I'm
And
putting
then
my
my,
broke on in the next 6 hours. Poof, I'm
my
gone.
other daughter, her birthday's on the 11th. So there's, for a few days, they're the Irish twins.
There you go.
And actually, when he came out of the hospital, we came home. It was on her birthday, on her first birthday. So that was easy for me to remember when he was discharged. Mm. Oh yeah. Ah, superior dreams if our house could clean itself. Oh my goodness. How nice would that be? If our grass could cut itself and the house would clean. Oh, it'd be so nice. Mm, that would be cool. And we got the robot vacuum cleaner, but that's still not, you know. We need one for like counters and bathrooms,
Yeah. We
you know,
just need one of those live-in robots that just does it all.
like the Jetsons. The Jetsons had it right back in the day, yo. The Jetsons had it right. Mm.
We're just waiting in the
Ooh,
better. And then hopefully we start to get some warm weather soon.
yeah, it's warm here.
Shush you.
I'm telling you, we had to turn the AC on yesterday because it
Oh,
got so nasty and humid.
and I'm glad to
Like,
see that Charlie Girl and Dree didn't get blown away last night.
I know. Charlie Girl's still here. Sort of.
I was messaging this morning, I was like, okay, then messages, and I was like, right, okay, I'm glad they're at least still safe. They haven't been anywhere.
Yeah, it didn't last long, but it was pretty intense.
Mm.
And then I saw where parts of Michigan was they were having tornado warnings, and another part was having literal ice storms.
Mm.
That was crazy.
Yeah, the weather's been
Yeah.
out there. Get over here. She over here barking at something. You know, whatever it is, gonna swoop you up and eat you. I see them buzzards picking up things bigger than you on the side of the road. Come on.
There's been some more wallaby sightings up in Scotland where I am.
Are wallabies wild?
Yeah, but they're not native to here. It's ones that have ended up released from some private owner or something, I don't know, but then they've bred and it's created this massive wallaby population now.
Oh
So in the house,
no.
getting news reports now saying that there's these little mini kangaroos hopping around everywhere.
Wow.
Little wallabies. There's an island in Scotland called Wallaby Island and it's just full of them.
Huh. Bunch of
And
little kangaroos, huh?
they're definitely not something we see every day. But then again, I never imagined that a roadrunner would be the size of a pigeon. TV lies.
They are though. They're not very big.
No, TV lies. My whole childhood watching cartoons, the roadrunner's meant to be bigger. It's meant to be bigger than the wolf chasing it.
hmm
The same size, and it's tiny. And the TV lies.
Well, I think it's more of their attitude is bigger because they are not bigger. Well, unless we just see coyotes bigger than they actually are, like a rearview mirror. I doubt it.
I'm driving down the road with Rebecca. She said, "Look out for the roadrunners! Look out for the roadrunners!" And I'm expecting this thing the size of a flipping ostrich. Like I'm looking out for this ostrich-sized being, like running through the road chasing the car, like in the cartoons. And then we spot one, and I was like, I had to put on my magnifying glasses. They were like, oh my God.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. Until I visited you, I thought Roadrunners were made up. I didn't think they were a real thing. I
Fictional
thought,
character.
yeah, I thought they were made up from that cartoon.
Well, don't worry because when I saw the Roadrunners, I was like, "Oh, there's Roadrunners!" And my husband and son both basically called me a liar that I was crazy until
Uh-huh.
I said, "Uh-huh." He was like, "Okay, thank you." I know a Roadrunner when I see one.
I came in and wrangled some cows. That's what I did. I herded
Yeah,
some.
you were wrangling up cows.
I was.
You're like, I'm gonna go have fun. I said, you go wrangle up them cows, girl. Go ahead.
I the big bulls out there are scarier than our big bulls, though. Those things are freaking
Oh,
solid
honey. Yeah, especially in Texas.
hell. And I'm right up to it, like chasing the cow. Oh, that was great fun.
Look, I figure as long as I don't hit one in my car, I'm good. Because you do have to be careful because you never know when one's gonna get out. You know, we actually had a baby out running up and down a fence line, and I thought, oh, let me go over because I think a lot of my neighbors, and they're like, that's not our cow, and I was like, well, he's desperately trying to get into your pasture.
Happy birthday. You get a
Yeah.
cow.
And you get a cow, and you get a cow. We could probably just go wrangle up some stray cows and have them in our pasture. There you go. You're home now.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, our cows are furry.
Yeah, I don't know.
We get
Little
furry.
man loves cows. He loves the cows. He tries to call them over and everything. You know.
What's his cow call?
Well, when he was a baby, you know, because he was 2 when we moved here, and he used to go. He'd try to whistle. And he'd go, woof, woof. And I was like, okay, that's gonna get him. And they would look at him and start walking. So I guess it worked.
Oh my God, Rox said that seriously 30 cows running the interstate in Houston the other day. She seriously watched a cow.
Oh, wow.
I saw that. It was crazy. I was like, the things you don't see every day, huh? Well, somebody Something happened somewhere. I don't know. But the cows were running. They were trying to get the cows wrangled up. Oh, Lord. See, that would have been one traffic stop in traffic jam I wouldn't have mind watching. You know? But I'm like, God, this is entertaining. Cool. I was like, I wish Jay was here. She knows how to round them up.
Yeah, that was on my bucket list when I came out there to Texas. I was like, yep, it's either wrangling horses or wrangling cows. So I went out and chased the cows because they were closer.
Mm, yeah, cow chase. It was crazy too, man. I thought, oh my goodness. Those cows were going for it, y'all. They was on a rampage. I was kind of thinking I mean looking for the guy with the red cloth. What do they
Or
call them? The matador? Is that what that
yeah,
is?
yep. Or the guy leading the cattle drive.
Uh, I'm looking for Rip. Anybody watches Yellowstone, you know who that is. Where's Rip? I wouldn't have minded seeing that. Mm. There is something about a cowboy out there, though. Mm. And it's
CJ
a nice.
said
Hmm?
before she came over, she's like, on another thing on her list was meeting a real live cowboy.
It was. I want to
She,
meet
I think she thought they walked around with boots and spurs and cowboy hats and
I want to see the spurs and the cowboy boots and the jeans and the buckle, the big buckle and everything.
uh-huh.
I wanted to see it
You
all.
just described most of the men walking around here.
As I'm saying, I did eventually see one, but like I said, I thought the airport would have been full of cowboys. It wasn't until we get further in. But it's a sad
They're
day.
there.
Scottish woman turns up and like I was like more tanned than everybody else.
Yeah, they're there. They're out. You know, they have to get geared up and get going. It is cool. I do like to see the one neighbor. He's out there with his lasso and everything. I'm like, damn, we got real live Yellowstone over here, y'all. He usually wears a black cowboy hat though. That guy does.
Get prepared, Tree, when you get your ass over to Scotland. We'll get you a kilt and we'll be heading up to the castles.
Yeah, see, you just got a different. You got the kilts and castles, and we've got the jeans and buckles and cowboy boots. The only place you see a nice shiny pair of new cowboy boots are when you're going out to the bar, and that's usually not a real cowboy. Just saying. A real cowboy, you usually can look at their boots and tell.
I could have a
Uh-oh.
cowboy hat in my case and brought it.
Well, next, you know what? When I go out and about next time, I'll take pictures and send them to you. Here's another cowboy. Nothing wrong with the. We got a lot of cowgirls around here too.
Nightbot's dropping your wish list, gift list.
Redo that.
What is that?
The old wish list.
Oh, okay.
I think I got it. There's a couple other things I need to put in there
Okay.
on the bot, Nightbot. And you take that off and put other stuff on there.
Exactly, Roxy. I do not disagree.
Mm. Yeah, Stetson just kind of makes the man. You know what I mean? My boys, they look good in their cowboy hats. They put their cowboy hats on. And they're expensive. A good cowboy hat, you get fitted for you and all that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Man, y'all, they pay money for their stuff. Oh my goodness. Can I just get a $10 baseball cap?
Not as sexy.
Uh, That's true, but you know, it's just me we're talking about, so I'm not too worried about it.
No, her heart is a baseball cap.
Oh, I thought you were talking about on Cowboys.
No, they actually do wear their caps a lot.
Yeah.
You got a lot of them that wear their baseball caps. They sure do. What is it? Oakley and what is the other one? Real Tree.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another one too. They wear a lot. It's certain ones they wear, you know. But you know, because they're worn in. Again, you
Yep.
don't. They're not looking. That's for sure. And they wear them a lot. Hey, Proud Marie Mom. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
It's almost afternoon
Happy-
time. Almost afternoon.
Yeah, I didn't know that you were on. You had said something about a live, but then I didn't know that you were actually doing it until I thought I'm gonna check. I thought she done went to sleep.
You are the one who fell asleep.
No, I didn't. I got I got up and just messed around and didn't even think to check to see if you were live.
Yeah. No biggie. No biggie. Just doing too much thinking on stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not much thinking because you know how my brain is. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Brain can be that fart in a skillet.
Yep.
My brains took a vacation this week.
I think everybody needs a vacation from the brain once in a while. Yeah, definitely. Woo. Lily just decided to like take a nap.
Oh, the baby.
Oh, she's like, yeah, just lay across your lap here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sweet baby. Mm. I did get my son sent me a birthday present.
He did.
Uh-huh. I'll have to show you. It's an eye massager.
Oh,
Heats up, you can play music through it, you can Bluetooth it, and massages. And,
wow! I need that for my dry eye.
I said, look at this. Look at this.
There you
I
go.
wasn't expecting that, you know. I said, oh my goodness. But I did get that, you know, they got me that coffee pot
Mm-hmm.
last weekend or whatever. I don't know. But they're like, here's an early birthday gift, you know. It's the Ninja one. And it had the cone filters.
Mm-hmm.
And I had looked at my son. I said, oh, did you order any filters? Because my husband had said, well, he may have ordered some. I don't know. And so I asked him, and he looked at me. He goes, I got you the coffee pot. You're on your own with the filters. I said, it's fine. It's fine. No, I'll buy the filters. I got the reusable ones, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
like for $9, you know, like it's fine. Yeah. But I thought it was funny as hell.
He's like, man, you're being a little bit pushy here.
I know. I got you the pot. What are you talking about? You know, like, okay. But I know because he was all excited because it has the iced coffee setting on it.
Uh-huh.
I know there's an ulterior motive for them getting that. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you and your sister can have iced coffee. He's like, yeah, might as well benefit too.
That's right.
All right. Of course, I don't know how much I'll use the iced coffee setting, but we'll see. I don't really care as long as I have coffee.
Yeah.
There's nothing more aggravating than making a pot and have it not come out right. Oh my gosh. It's
Yeah,
annoying.
I thought
Or,
everybody.
yeah, it's terrifying to get up and like heat your coffee pot on and it won't brew. It's like, ooh. Oh my gosh. I did that one time going into work. Y'all remember this? You remember? Oh, y'all might remember this. Where when I went into work, I had to go without any coffee and I was like horrified because I was like, I have not had any coffee. And I was like, it's okay. I'll get some when I get into work. And I get to work and their pot was down as well.
Oh no.
I was like, oh, hell no. So one of my coworkers said, hey, I'll run across the street and go get you some. Okay. What do you want? You better grab about 5 cups. That
Yeah,
was terrible.
I want to be round shining if she was letting a coffee free zone.
Right.
It'd be horrible. Yeah, I don't know what I would do. It would just be, oh, Lord.
You'd have everybody fired and be like kicking ass within an hour.
I'll take names later. Just know you're fired. You're out of here. You're like, what's wrong with you? Where's your coffee? They automatically know. Where's your coffee? Hmm. Especially at night. I got to have my coffee doing this night shift. Oh my gosh.
Does that not make you
Mm,
jittery?
no. I can't tell you the last time coffee even made me jittery. It'll make me jittery if I don't have it.
Yeah.
No, I like to have my coffee. It basically sustains me at this point. It doesn't really,
Right.
It's
Right.
the blood that flows through her veins. You cut her open, she bleeds caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, it's probably true. So I say, if you want a cup of coffee, come on over here. I got you. I'll make you tea. I'll make you whatever you want. But coffee is the number one staple for me.
I tell you what, you make some mean sweet tea.
Oh,
I could
good.
not get enough of that.
Yeah, but
We just gotta-
Hmm?
do you make a cup of tea right? Do you put it in the right order?
No. Sweet tea, iced tea.
But when you're making like a normal hot tea,
I don't drink that.
do it in the right. I'm curious. And is it like
Depends on
matching?
what kind of tea you're having.
I don't
There's all
drink hot
kinds of.
tea.
You got loose leaf tea. You got your bag tea. I even got you hooked up on that, even though I don't drink hot tea that often. Every once in a while.
Because a lot of my cousins who live out in America, they make their cup of hot tea by putting the tea bag in with the milk and the sugar first, all just in, and then
Mhm.
pepper.
What's the proper order?
And that makes me want to cry. Oh, you're meant to put the sugar in the tea bag in and then the water in and leave the tea bag in the cup for like 5 minutes to like stew, and then you squeeze it, take the tea bag out, and then you put your milk in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's if you do the milk in there. My cousins used to make that. When I was little, they made that for me, and they go, "This is the Irish tea. You put milk in it." Like, oh, it's so. I mean, it's okay. I like to do honey.
Honey's
Or
nice
she
and
probably-
as well.
But really, CJ, you should be growing your own herbs, making your own tea.
Well, I could.
We all
I
could.
could,
We all could.
but I'm a bit like Jenna at that. I'll grow something and I'll snap something off of it, or
Jenna don't grow crap. I hope she has better luck this year. I really do. Last year it was sad. I was like, don't even show it. Oh my god.
so yeah, I probably wouldn't have too much luck.
I was thinking about doing a garden, but y'all know what I did with a flower bed.
Mm-hmm.
You know I ain't doing no garden. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. No. Mm-mm.
You can do it the cheats way because we've got what we call community gardens, and it's like community centres. But they've all got these garden patches in them that you can just go in and garden and pick which fruit and veg you want, and you put it in your bag and you take it home with you.
Wow.
Fresh produce, but you just don't need to do the growing bit. You just do the picking bit.
You see,
That's
again, that's I guess that's cool, but what I do is we have neighbors and stuff, that we do get fresh produce from them sometimes when they have overabundance. We got a guy at the end of the street that does. I have a grocery store and a farmer's market. So that's my kind of speed. I just am like all about more simplicity, Like if I had to get out there and weed that stuff, it's not gonna happen. I used to be really good about that, but no, man, I'm not doing it. I'm like, where's the weed killer? I'm gonna spray it and sprinkle it down. We're gonna call it a day. And about flowers, I'm not planting no daggone flowers either. I'm gonna put little pots out there. Y'all seen 'em. I'm not doing it. That flower bed up there is too big for me to do. Oh, I'm not doing all that. Mm-mm.
I'm telling you, all the
I,
fruit and veg out there, especially the strawberries, it's like they're all on steroids. Like, see, compared to our tiny ickle wickle little strawberries and stuff, like yours are like the size. Like I've seen some the size of my hand. They're huge.
Yep.
In
yeah,
the farmers markets, I'm like, wow.
they're good though. They're
I find
good.
strawberry at farmers market out there one time, and it was legit like the size of my hand. Biggest strawberry I've ever had.
Yeah, they do get pretty big.
And you've got so many options. I could never go grocery shopping and live out there. It would take me a whole day just to shop.
That's why you do it online and have it delivered.
You get lost in the store, CJ.
I know, but your stores are like 3 times, 4 times like our store and one of your stores. It's huge. I'm bringing one of those like cowbells or something. So as I walk around,
You are not going to attach a cowbell on me. I'm sorry.
to me, women, I'm going to attach one to me like, so I can't get lost.
Oh my gosh.
You're saying this to the deaf person? I wouldn't freaking hear the thing anyways. The only way you'd
saw-
have success is to attach it to me.
I saw a short the other day. This guy was at the grocery store with his wife, and he took a balloon, a Mylar balloon,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
clipped it to her back, and so he knew where she was the whole time.
Yeah, that's me. That is legit me. If I come back out to even attempt to try and go into a Target or a Walmart.
Yep. Dang. I know we went grocery shopping the other day. You should have seen little man pick up that 50-pound bag of dog food.
Oh.
He sure did. And he put it over there. And he's, there you go, Mom. Like, oh my goodness.
Such a lovely man in the house, though. He really is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he's he helped me do that flower bed and was picking up them bags mulch, and he knew not to touch my, razor knife, but
Mhm.
so he grabbed a stick. He was trying to cut it open with the stick. Like, hold on, hold on. He goes, Mom, can you get it with that? Because I don't want to touch that. That looks, I was like, yeah, don't ever touch this. This is sharp.
He is
He's
definitely going to be husband material. hmm
gonna be a good husband
Hero that saved me from the dead.
someday if we can
Someday.
find somebody worthy of him.
That's right.
Which might be kind of hard if I had to pass the test for him. Be like, you failed, you're out of here.
Hmm.
Little hero that saved me from the dead chicken.
You saw how tough he was when he realized the chicken didn't have a head today.
Just let the dogs eat it, Mom.
So there, he was the little man, hand on hips. He was ready to take on business till he seen it had no head. At that point, the gloves, and he thought about it, and he was like, maybe with the gloves and a set of tongs, I could maybe save this.
Oh my gosh, I wish you'd have got that on video.
He really tried. But then he gave up, threw the dogs away, and he was like, yeah, no, the dogs can eat it.
He sat down in the chair. He's like, just let the dogs eat it.
Oh, it's quite
He drew the line when he realized the head was,
Uh-huh.
like, oh gosh, oh no. Oh, poor thing. Mm. But then, his sister out there, his twin out there, running over
Mhm.
snakes. I got it. I ran over it twice to make sure.
Ah.
And they're running scared. Ah! And she, oh, oh, that says it all. All you need to know about her is that right there.
little
Yep, that's right. She ain't scared of shit.
She ain't.
Yeah. Like, I got it. Like, I got this. Okay, okay. I don't know. Kids crack me up sometimes. Oh, Lord.
You'll probably feel the same about Little Miss as I do mine. My youngest is the thought of them aging out at like 18 and being set loose on like social media or anything like that is just like, oh my goodness, no.
Oh, no. The world needs someone like her. Let me tell you. I don't think I'm gonna get any of that sassiness out of her. She's
Mm-mm.
sassy.
Mm-mm.
Whew. I mean, I wanted to maintain some of it, but can we kind of tone it down a little bit? And because she verges on that line of respect a lot. It's like, hold on, you're being disrespectful right now. I understand. You think you're large margin in charge, but sit
Yeah,
down.
make people cry and then I'd make
Yeah, that's all right. She'll make a fine president someday.
Yes, you will. She will argue paint off the wall.
Oh yeah, she will never admit to anything.
Mm-mm.
admit defeat
She,
ever.
she still hasn't admitted to eating them marshmallows.
No.
And she won't give you her heart either.
No,
The,
yes, he is. I don't need mine.
the episode
What? You don't need mine. You got his.
Mm, right?
definitely definition of a kid caught with the cookie, the chocolate cookie all over the face, and it's like, did you do it? Nope, not me, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, she has. Like that Christmas, she got into my lipsticks and stuff. Left her handprint on the toilet seat and on the counter in the bathroom. And my son went in there. He stepped back and he says, "Mom." I was like, "Uh oh." And he's looking, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Came over there and saw it. I went in her room. She was facing away from me, and I said, "Did you get into my lipstick?" no, no. Show me your hands. She shows me her hands and she rolls over and it's all over her face. My son, he had to step back out of the room and turn around and walk away and he was gut rolling. He was like, "You're busted." She had, and then I was like, okay, I pick up her pillow and she had put them all in her pillowcase. So all
Oh
my
gosh.
went together. I said, "Oh my word." And I said, "Santa Claus is supposed to be coming tonight. This is what you do." She's like, "Oh." It's like, oh my God. I found that picture not too long ago and I was like, yep. I mean, she had it all over her face. And her hands were just, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, little
And
bugger.
still stood there and said, "I didn't do it."
Hmm.
Either going to be
What is
president,
it?
lawyer.
Yep.
Right? Like, you didn't do this. How did this get all in you? I don't know. I don't know what you don't know what it is. Oh, okay. Oh man, like the other day, I walk in a room, she's got candy up in her bed. It wasn't hers. She didn't do it. I don't know how it got there.
Mm-mm.
And she blames her brother. She blames this one. She blames that, and it's like, which brother is she going to blame? But she
Mm-hmm.
swore, I didn't do it. They, like, and she's like, they just want me in trouble, so they did that. I'm like, oh my gosh, leave candy out of your bed.
Well, or
You're
at
gonna
least
have.
blame the ones that can't talk yet.
I I know. Blame it on blame it on the grandbaby. Don't blame it on them.
His grandbaby after her is going to be picking up all those skills.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Going to be learning the wise arts from her little auntie there.
I'm telling you. I'm like, oh my goodness. One day,
They're going to be a
who
little
knows?
not to be messed with.
I know. Well, it was really nice when she spent, a couple nights with my daughter. Her and my granddaughter were hanging
Mhm.
out playing stuff. It was so nice here. So quiet. I was like, you kind of like, you think about that. You go, you are the problem.
She probably sat there and said the same thing. It's so nice here, so quiet.
But she's away from all those boys, so she's in her element. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I know, but a lot of it, I watch it go down, and she antagonizes every bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, it's like trying to call her out on it, and they're like, just stop. And she's like, oh, but golly dang, man.
Stress.
I'm telling you, she make you want to pull your hair out.
Definitely.
Listen here, I need a haircut, but I don't now because I have none left because of you. Oh, mm. That's all right. She did tell me happy birthday this morning, so
Aw.
I said, okay, you better go to school. Behave yourself.
Being at school is birthday present enough. You get silence.
Yeah. I was like, that bus is coming. The bus is rolling up. Heck yeah. Birthday present number one, check. No, they're good. They're good. They enjoy going to school. So that's the important part. And I enjoy them going to school too.
Mhm.
It's all right. We had rain this weekend because I wanted to take them fishing, but we just didn't have the weather for it this weekend. It was bad. We did yesterday afternoon. The sun came out and it heated up. We could have gone yesterday afternoon, but by that point it was too late.
Yeah.
We had other stuff going on, so
Yeah.
it's like great. I wanted to go yesterday morning, but it was storming. So
Yeah. I think
nope, I'm not going out in the
I
rain to go fishing.
think I'll be going anywhere the next few days as well. It's been so blooming overcast.
Yeah, You got bad weather.
I need sunshine.
Sunshine on a rainy day. Yes. Mm. Oh, Lord, I need to get in there and get going. And
Your ass ready
I
for work?
yeah, I should take a nap, but that's probably not going to happen. It's Monday. Just doesn't usually happen on Mondays.
Well, you could try.
Yeah,
All you could do,
yeah. I slept last night, so
even if you don't sleep, it'll let your body just rest for a bit.
yeah, I had to give me some Calgon to take me away. Do they even sell Calgon still? I don't think they do they?
I don't know.
No.
Huh. Well, I think about it, I haven't seen it for a minute. I guess I got other stuff better than Calgon. I don't know. Lily Bit's still napping. Put it all out like, oh. Oh, sweet. All right, you guys ready to shut it down for now?
Sure.
We're gonna go. We gotta make sure we tell Pearl, if you rewatch this or somebody tells her, I sent you a message saying happy birthday, but we're gonna say happy birthday again.
Right.
March, wonderful month, y'all. March, I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but March was such a blessing for y'all. I'm just kidding.
Happy birthday, Pearl.
Happy birthday, Pearl.
Happy birthday. Another year in the book. Another year coming. So we will chat with you guys later. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day. And y'all, if anybody needs that 1-800-662-HELP number, pass it along to them if they want it,
Yep.
So until then, y'all keep your chins up and have a good one.
No.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, I will always be a warrior. You can't stop me, you can't stop me now. Yeah, I will always be a warrior. You can't lock me, you can't lock me down. I will not lay down my arms. Ready to be covered in scars. 'Cause I will always be a warrior. Late nights, get lost, hard work, the cost. Can't quit, can't stop. This world all cut off. Don't have time to waste, not now. Need to find a way to get out. 'Cause I'm gone in deep. Get lost in the weeds. You know it's all about the conquest. What's next? You gotta put the work in like you're obsessed. Think about what you want, what's your future? What kind of person would it take to seduce her? So what's next? Be obsessed with winning and your success. Make progress, this life is never promised. So feel blessed, live life, don't be too cautious. Trust the process. In too deep, I'll never quit. I wanna see this through, yeah, I'm all in. And I will hold my head up high. Got what it takes to fight and survive. Yeah, I will always be a warrior. You can't stop me, you can't stop me now. Yeah, I will always be a warrior. You can't lock me, you can't lock me down. I will not lay down my arms. Ready to be covered in scars. 'Cause I will always be a warrior.